I walk through frozen sands, through the flames of burning lands, my feet are torn, they're torn to strands. I will not thirst as I cross the raging sea. Waves are crashing over me. They drag me down, they drag me down. But I will not drown. They'll know my name after the storms are passing through. They'll know my name when they've forgotten all about you. They'll know my name after the storms are passing through. They'll know my name when they've forgotten all about you. They're calling out, they're calling out my name. They're calling out, they're calling out my name. And I again and again. I shall rise, oh well, I shall rise again and again.
Alright, hello and good evening everyone. Thank you Max for the host. Let's do a quick game sound sync. Make sure everything is matching. Game audio synced up. Seems good. All right, and one more for the mic. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, beep, 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 boop, boop, boop. We're not even close to. Anyways, alright. The mic's synced up, and we're just gonna go ahead and continue on. Anyways, welcome back to the Rise of the Tomb Raider. When we last left off, we went through most of Katesh, and we stopped at the point of no return. And actually, I played quite a bit more earlier. I'd say probably about a good 3, maybe 4 hours of it, going through almost all of the previous areas and doing everything. All the missions, all the side quests, getting all the challenges, all the tombs, finding all the stuff, all the caches, all the coins, finding all the murals, the monoliths, everything. So I am at 100% for almost all of the areas, with the only exception of the starting place, Syria, which I won't be able to reach until I beat the game and I can actually play that part again. So this is at 100%. We got all the relics, all the documents. This is at 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, everything except Syria, which is at 76%. So, yeah. Where am I at with, I think I've got all of the, yeah, I've got all except the 2 abilities here. Well, the rifle finisher and the bow finisher, but everything else I've got. I got all the equipment packs crafted, so I got all the ammo, all the quivers, all the stuff for like resources and all that stuff. Weapons. Actually, go ahead and use the Dragon's Breath, because there's really not much of a difference between this and the regular compound bow, so I'm just going to stick with that. Not going to use any of these, and I did not like this gun because it fires so freaking slow, so I'm just going to stick with the normal 1911. I got both the military rifle and the tactical shotgun from the shop back in the Soviet facility. So I've got, I don't know how much further. Yeah, these are not complete. I don't have all the upgrades for all of them, so we're just gonna go ahead and finish up the story. And hopefully I don't fall / fail. I don't even know where I'm going. Okay. Come on, get up there.
All squads, I have a visual on Croft. She must not be allowed into the Chamber of Souls.
You've got to be kidding me. I'm fighting a helicopter? This is not a good way to
you'll be able to hit him.
We'll keep trying.
This is not a good...
We're reloading the trebuchet. Hold on. The helicopter is too fast. We'll never be able to hit him.
Wait, I have an idea.
Not a good way to start
The
it.
fireball when it's near the chopper, the blast might hit it.
I hope you're right. Give us the signal. We'll be ready.
Shoot, what fireball? Also, it should be noted, since I completed all of the challenge tombs, I now have Greek fire for my arrows. Of course, I don't exactly know how well that's going to be effective against this thing. fireballs are we talking about? Oh god. Oh god, my nose itches. My nose itches! Oh.
I'm ready. Go! Here I come.
Okay.
Damn it. Sophia, get another one ready. We're loading up the cut, you say. Hold on. It's ready. On your signal.
God, where's a 50 caliber when you need it?
Fire! Here we go!
Your
We're not gonna be able to hit him from here.
your aim sucks.
I've got to shoot the fireball in the air. Get ready. Let's try again. We're reloading the trap.
Wait, so I'm actually firing the Greek fire? Is that what I'm doing?
We're ready to fire.
Oh, frick nuggets. Let's try this!
Better off throwing rocks.
Got to use the Greek fireball. It's the only way.
Okay, so I have to use Greek fire. How the heck is that supposed to work? Where is he?
Give us the signal. We're ready to fire.
How the hell is... Oh. Come on, come on, come on! Oh, god damn it. I'm kind of, like, not seeing the physics of how I'm supposed to get a fire, quote-unquote, fireball with this Greek fire. But we're just gonna roll with it.
We're ready to fire. Firing! The helicopter is too fast. We'll never be able to hit him. Wait! I have an idea. If I shoot the fireball when it's near the chopper, the blast might hit it. I hope you're right. Give us the signal. We'll be ready.
I seriously doubt that's gonna... We're just gonna roll with it. Get close. Heal up. Try and figure this out. Where is he? Oh, that works.
Damn it.
Thanks, Mangs! That actually worked!
Squad, now. I want her dead.
See, that was, like, very unclear, like, instructions. Like, Excuse me. Oh crap. The hell? Oh shit. Is that the deathless ones? That is the deathless ones. Okay, we got third party here.
Watch out, Laura. He's on his way to you.
Oh, we gotta clear these goons out.
I'm not done yet.
That's good, because I'm not either.
We have to reset the counterweight. We'll be ready soon.
Sure, I'll just draw his fire and keep him busy. Actually, I spent a lot of time doing all this,
On your signal.
all the previous areas. So actually, everything except Syria is at 100%. So I got almost all of the upgrades. It was just like everything was completed, all the side quests and collections and all that stuff. Where is it?
I'm ready. Go!
Ah, shit! Damn it.
Get ready, Sophia. Let's try it again.
I'll have to try a shotgun.
Laura, we're reloading. We're ready when you are, Laura. Just give us the signal.
Stop moving. Where is he?
Let this go, Mara. The source was always meant for me. Good of humanity.
Here we go.
Gotcha!
We're not going to be able to hit him from here.
Damn it.
I know.
Oh, what?
In the air.
I
Get
just...
ready. Let's try again.
Ah.
We have to reset the counterweight. We'll be ready soon.
Starting to run out of ammo for the assault rifle.
Your death by my hand.
Damn it!
Good luck. Once again, Sophia, get ready. Give us time, Laura. We're reloading. It's ready. On your signal.
Gotta stall him somehow. Got nothing.
Here we go.
Where is it? Stop moving! Got it!
God, it worked. You did it. It's not over yet. Get ready to fire another shot.
Ugh, damn it! If there's anyone left alive down there, I want Croc dead! That's your last order!
Why am I not hitting my target? Ooh, right in the face.
We're under attack. We're trying to get rid of this son of a bitch. We've got to get after them. No, we're in this fight to the end. Thank you, Sophia.
Back me up! Got you back! Taking fire!
Damn, missed.
Flush her out! Got a hit! Get clear!
Got a dragonfire round. Heal, 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 heal!
I'm taking fire!
Don't know how that worked, but we're gonna take it. I'm running low on ammo. Gotta ammo up. Ammo up. You are pissing me off.
Watch out, Laura. He's on his way to you.
Oh, that's just grand. He's using missiles, and half of my cover is gone.
Hold on.
Damn it.
We're ready when you are, Laura. Just give us the signal. Now, here it comes.
Got him! Oh crap. Oh crap, deathless ones. It's probably a bad idea to do it right in front of him! Run! Can. What can? Alright. What are we looking at here? Oh, Jesus Christ! Don't you take my bow!
That went well.
Oh, you took everything, you jackhole!
No allies! No hope! This place will become your tomb! I've got you.
No, you don't.
The smoke can't hide you.
Didn't I just have a can? Where'd it go?
I wonder, did you watch your friend Jonah die? A A gut wound is a nasty way to go. Is he still bleeding out somewhere while you hide?
Major look!
No! My destiny lies in the Chamber of Souls. Oh, be stopped now.
I have not come this far to die now. Okay, that's probably a bad idea. Cheese it out of there. You better not be using that bow against me, 'cause I'm just gonna be outright pissed.
No allies! No harm! This place will become your tomb. Come fight me! Don't hide in the shadows. You're made of stronger stuff than your friends. I can...
God dang it! You saw nothing!
I wonder, did you watch your friend Jonah die? A gut wound is a nasty way to go.
Don't turn around, don't turn around!
No! My destiny lies in the Chamber of Souls. Again, I have it. You know, you're stronger than your father ever was. He never would have made it this far. I can see. Yes, I knew.
God dang it.
Was a brilliant man. He was weak. A coward.
Major look! Oh! Wait, what? Son of a... I hit triangle for that! Jesus Christ. Probably just before the prompt. I'll take my bow back.
It's not my destiny. I was meant for greatness.
This was never your destiny. Your sister let you believe that.
I did all of this for her. Don't you walk away from me. Wait! Trinity killed your father.
No, you're lying.
He begged for his life. And when that failed, he begged for yours.
You're wrong! Shut up! Just shut up!
You can rot.
You're not worth it. Burn in hell.
Anyone home?
Anna! Stop! Your men are defeated. Your brother is dead.
No!
That's what Trinity has wrought. Death. And that's all they'll ever bring. Give this up.
I gave up everything for this. I have no intention of giving it to Trinity.
What about your father?
You're dooming him to be mocked by history. How can you let this go? When you're so close?
I'm willing to make that sacrifice. I can't let you take it.
Think of the millions suffering and dying. We can save them. We can change the world. Together.
The cost is too high, Anna. We aren't meant to live forever. Death is a part of life.
That's easy for you to say.
Paladin hype! Thanks for the host.
But this isn't about you. This is about humanity, about protecting what it means to be human.
They're coming! We're surrounded!
Jacob, look out!
The sword is not meant for the world!
This is your chance, Lara. Everything I've done, everything you've done. Another Croft doesn't have to die for this.
But I'm willing to.
Oh, here come the deathless ones.
Well, I'm not. Please. I'm dying. This is my only hope.
Anna, no!
Destroy it!
It's okay.
I'm sorry. Jacob, hold on.
I've held on for too long already.
You knew I'd destroy it.
In all my years, I've met few as extraordinary as you. It's finally happening. My ending.
I'm sorry. All I wanted was to make a difference.
You already have.
No, it's a source of eternal life.
You already have.
Kind of like the Holy Grail. Did he just, like, disintegrate away?
My dearest Lara, I often think about how my father would turn over in his grave if he knew the shame I had brought upon our family's name. Croft, what does it even mean? I just hope you can make your own mark on this world someday. Remember that the extraordinary is in what we do, not who we are.
Destroying the source was the right thing to do.
I still feel like I
Jonah!
let him down.
I think you would have made the same choice. Come on. You've got a plane to catch.
On to the next adventure.
I listened to his last tape 1,000 times, but it's as if I was hearing my father's words only now, for the first time. It doesn't matter what choices he would have made. I have to make my own. The myth of Katesh was real. There are secrets out there that can change the world. I need to find them, not for my father, not for anyone else. Trinity is still out there, and they're more powerful than I ever imagined. I can stop them. I can make a difference. I can make the...
The price of truth. really hope she wasn't going after. Who knows? Probably not necessarily the same one that Indiana Jones went after, but probably the actual, like, real, legit crystal skulls. But we'll just have to find out. Maybe in the future. Who knows? Maybe they'll probably have another one by the time the movie comes out. Credits, 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 credits. Alright, we'll let that roll for a little bit. What was the cost for what? What are you talking about?
As I cross the raging sea, waves are crashing over me. They drag me down.
Oh, it's not over yet. I still got DLC to take care of.
Not drown. You know mine. After the storms are passing through, they'll know my name. When they've forgotten all about you, they'll know my name.
Like I'm about to just let it end after, what, half an hour? Hell no. With every ancient artifact there's a cost. What was the source's cost? Let's see. The divine source was the source of eternal life. It's like the Holy Grail. Problem is, if something like that was known around the world, people would want to go after it and use it for evil doings. It's kind of like Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Kind of think it on that level. But yeah, this is a really, really good game. I actually really enjoyed it. I think my only negative about it is mostly because I was just so used to playing Uncharted. Especially the climbing. You kind of saw how much trouble I was having with the climbing and jumping from ledge to ledge with this one is just like a bit off. I don't know, at least it was to me. And I'm just so used to that kind of like fluid and polished feel that Uncharted 4, especially Uncharted 4, had. But other than that, everything was great. It looked great. It sounded amazing. Everything about it was like was so much fun. I think I've watched Indiana Jones too many times. There's nothing wrong with that. Harrison Ford's one of my favorite actors. But anyways, yeah. Actually, Chicken, is there a post-credits scene? Can't wait for the new one. Well, you'll have to wait a couple years. Let's see, when the first one come out? This is only like a year old, and it was just released a few months ago for the PS4. It first came out on the Xbox One, and let's see. 2013. Why is it not loading? Of all the times this thing doesn't work. Oh, Indiana. Oh, yeah, definitely. Although I think that's still in like, I don't think they even have a script for that. I don't think it's even pre-production. Yeah, it's still early on if you're still just writing the script. So, can't really see much. Okay, 2013 was the first game. This came out last year. Which would have been, there's a Rise of the Tomb Raider. Rise of the Tomb Raider. 2015, so about 2 years later. So 2, maybe 3 years. Not too bad. Batquin, a good channel to follow. Yeah, this is a good channel to follow. He streams, I think, like, what's that, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. He does his own thing as well. He and I are actually going to be doing Resident Evil 5 on co-op. That's what I'm going to be playing with for Resident Evil 5. But that's going to be moved to Saturdays, so that's the only opportune time we have for... It's more like convenient for us. Yeah, when we move on to Resident Evil 5, I'm gonna be playing it with him, so it's co-op. Oh, okay, yeah, go for it, man. Go for it. He just streamed earlier. He was playing what's it called? Firewatch, which is a really good game. I was watching him play that. So yeah, he's a good streamer. He's got a lot of YouTube stuff in there. He's currently doing Dead Rising 2, and he's posted a couple of GTA 5 stuff that we all played in. Oh, here we go. Oh, so there is a scene.
Anna, you said another Croft doesn't have to die for this. What did you mean by that? You killed my father, didn't you?
Trinity ordered his execution. I couldn't do it.
You're lying!
I loved him.
No!
Oh!
It's done.
Good.
What about Croft?
No. Not yet.
Sequel! Well, that was interesting. Alright, let's see. Continue on. Do one quick thing before we move on to Croft Manor. That's what happens when you become a double crosser. Hey, I hate cliffhangers as much as the next person, but that's just how it is. That's how they keep. That's how they get you from coming. They get you keep the blah 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 blah. That's how they get you to keep coming back.
Take in. I wish I could have been with him in the end. Knowing your people would be safe gave him comfort. He went peacefully. Thank you, Lara. Our oaths have been fulfilled. What will you do now?
We must rebuild.
This is still our home. We will rebuild. But there is much work to be done. There are still enemies in this valley. And there is still much to discover.
don't know about that. I kind of went through all these places and just like picked everything clean. Alright, let's see what we got here. Desert tank top. There we go. Time to look the part. Really? Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Hold up. You have got to be kidding me. Wow. That's awesome. Weird, but awesome. Oh wait, hold on. Now when I said look the part, this is not what I had in mind, but that's very interesting. Let's see, Angel of Darkness. Nice. Tomb Raider 2. Yeah, that's the one I remember from Tomb Raider 2. Croft Manor. Chronicles. Oh god, that all black, like shiny, blocky thing. Alright, where's there we go. And that. But yeah, because 100%, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, everything is 100. What's my what's my money? Hello? Why aren't you showing me my inventory? Where are all my coins? Oh, there you go. 156. Okay, I need more. So, brings back the memories of late nights and way too much Mountain Dew. I wish I could still drink Mountain Dew. That thing makes my heart explode. And aha, here we go. Now, got one more document. One more relic. We gotta finish the challenge. I'm gonna take it into the actual, to the tomb. Now, very few times where I will play a game and do like a full completionist run. This is one of them. I actually did. I think I did this for the previous Tomb Raider game. Not a whole lot of games that I've done completionist runs on. But if I like it enough, I'll do it. All right, we got ourselves a document here. Where's that? Oh, right there. How convenient.
My lord, the last remnant of the Prophet's followers have barricaded themselves inside his tomb. We have made camp at the entrance, and we are preparing to break through their barricades. I saw the man claiming to be the Prophet before they sealed the gates, and I admit, he bears a striking resemblance. But it could not be. No matter. They will all be dead before sunrise. The Order of Trinity will see that his heresy ends here.
How well did that go for you? Alright, is that the last of them? That's the last of the documents. 2 more coin caches. There's one there. And there's one at the other side. Okay, so go ahead and Actually, wait. It's all the way over there. Can't drink a lot of caffeine. Only drink juice. I can drink coffee. I've gotten so used to drinking coffee now, so it doesn't bother me as much as Mountain Dew does. Lara, down. Thank you. Hello. Okay. Oh, hello. Alright. Oh, I'm only missing one. Okay. I just have to look for it. And the question is, I don't know where. I have absolutely no clue where it would be.
Another religious symbol. But this one is simple and handmade. The Prophet must have drawn followers from every walk of life.
That's the last of the relics. There you are, you little piece of shit. Gotcha! And that's the last of the challenges. Oh, Lara. Come on now. I'm doing this for how long and you still do that? One more coin cash. Actually, can I... God, the camera. Let's see if I can't make my way back the long way. I highly doubt it, though. Nope, I don't think so. I'll just have to use the, just have to use the fire. Up. So what's the best part and most memorable part of this game? Ooh, that's a tough one. Most memorable part for me would be the very beginning where you're climbing the mountain with Jonah at the very beginning, and you just see everything. It's just like really, really nice looking. You just get that shock of just how beautifully made this game was. Best part. Ooh, thunderclap. No stone unturned. 100%, I think. Still got a whole bunch more, but that's for the other modes. Oh, there we go. 100% completion. There we go. Let's see. Most memorable part. I really don't know. What the hell is a thunderclap? It's solid gold. It's frickin' gold. A little bit gaudy for my tastes. Alright. Well. That is it. 100% for everything. Actually, hold on. We gotta get one more thing. Because I think I should have enough by now. You want to hear me shoot it? Alright. Probably sounds like thunder when you shoot it, hence the name. Nice. Oh, no, I don't want to... God dang it. Yes! And just like that, I cleared him out. Thank you, come again. What, this one? Doesn't help me. I don't even like the rate of fire on this thing. Alright, well. That will end it for the main story. I'll probably run around off stream. See if there's anything else to do, but I doubt it. But we're gonna go ahead and move on to Croft Manor. Ooh, Lara's Nightmare. Let's do Blood Ties. Some documents and relics found through the manor are essential for completing the story. Important clues can be found in the Documents and Relics viewer. Interesting. Now, Chicken, have you done this one? I know you didn't do the Baba Yaga stuff, but have you done this one either?
Final notice. Lara Croft, a current tenant of premises. This is to serve as your final notice for the purposes of terminating your ownership of Croft Manor. You are required to immediately vacate and surrender possession of said manor to Atlas de Mornay, executor of estates.
Lara, It is unfortunate that you have forced my hand in this matter, but so be it. As you know, your parents appointed me executor of the estate in the event of their absence. Since your mother disappeared, her death was never technically declared. And given the circumstances surrounding your father's death, it's no surprise that he never drafted a formal last will and testament to account for this circumstance. Unfortunately, you have no legal claims to the estate. I'm willing to negotiate a modest monthly stipend from your trust, but only if you leave the manor by week's end. Don't fight me on this, Lara. Your mother wouldn't want that. Sincerely, Atlas.
There has to be a will or some kind of evidence of what happened to Mum in the manor, somewhere. Dad's safe. Needs a combination. It's got to be in Dad's papers somewhere. Maybe in the library.
Let's see what we got here.
Well, this is a hell of a thing. I met someone tonight, quite unexpectedly. But it shouldn't have been, it seems. I've been so buried in my work, so distracted by my latest revelations, I never bothered to notice my surroundings. But there she was, sitting at my table in the library. Her name is Amelia. And apparently she's been studying right next to me. Art history, of all things. I shared some of my research against my better judgment, but I wanted to see how she would respond. And she did not disappoint. I felt as if I was suddenly engaged in a mental game of chess, moving and counter-moving in argument. At one point, that poor old librarian had to shush us as if we were children. I feel so foolish for not having noticed her earlier. She's a brilliant woman who's challenged my ideas for the first time in memory. In truth, I don't know if she's feeling as exhilarated as I am right now, but I dare say our conversation was mutually stimulating. For the first time in a long time, I find myself thinking about something else besides my research. I hope she returns for another round tomorrow.
So British.
My parents made a good team, challenging each other from the start.
Look at this.
My birthday crown. I was so proud of that thing.
Anything on the back? The treasure
That's my
of
handwriting.
the ancients.
My penmanship was pretty good.
Anyone know if Trinity had anything to do something with the first Tomb Raider? I mean the original PlayStation 1 game or the 2013 game that precedes this one?
Dad would have liked me to go to Oxford, but I insisted on UCL. Yep, looks real. Roth once offered to forge me a fake diploma to show Dad.
Old films. Good lord, this place is filled with stuff. The 2013 remake, there was no mention of Trinity at all. It's really just like this is where they really kind of make their solid appearance.
Cities of northern Syria. He was closer than he knew to finding the Prophet's tomb.
Because in the first game, it's really just they were all stranded in a random island, and they're just trying to survive. Hello.
Dad's book about immortality myths might be useful in my research.
The Truth Behind the Myth by Lord Richard Croft.
I finally introduced Richard to the family. It went precisely how I imagined. I see but polite grace from mother, indifference and disinterest from father, and thinly veiled contempt from Atlas. Of course they don't approve. To them, Lord Croft is the man who took away their beloved daughter and ruined her long-standing engagement, though I was never going to marry that repugnant Earl of Farringdon anyway. One might think they would be happy that I was being courted by a genuine lord of the realm. It just happens to be Richard Croft. In their eyes, the man who single-handedly ruined a once great family. But there's nothing to be done now. Watching how Richard dealt with their subtle insults and disrespect. Such grace and calm. I know he did it for me. I think I'm falling in love with this man. It will break my mother's heart, but I cannot live the life she imagined for me. My time with Richard has only made this clearer.
It must have been hard for Mum to go against her family's wishes. I'm glad she did.
Don't you start theorizing stuff. It's pretty much like the end of every single James Bond movie anyways.
A picture with Dad and Anna. Never liked wearing dresses, but the color was nice. This is probably my grandfather Benjamin.
Nothing hidden on this. Why'd you take it? Or whatever.
One of Dad's Yoruba masks. A gift from a friend he met on an expedition in Nigeria.
Anything else around here? Let's see, what would the library be?
The door to the library.
Answers that question. Of course,
Locked.
it would be locked.
There's got to be another way through.
What is this, Resident Evil?
This is the map I made for my first expedition with Dad. It shows a path to the library through the servants' passages.
Aha! Okay, so we got the office, and it's a right turn, it goes around. Jeez, it just snakes through like a whole maze of stuff. What's with the skull and crossbones there? And that's the Eye of Ra. Wine cellar, I'm assuming. What's that tomb on the far left?
Wait, I can get to the library through the old servants' corridor.
Exactly. What's this?
Dad's artifacts from the Nile Valley. I always loved looking at these. Dad became interested in immortality myths after his expeditions to Egypt.
Blue scarab. Oh, that's where we go through. Is that blood? Or paint? Let's take a gander at all of this stuff first. Nothing? That's a heater.
Hi, Dad. I've been thinking about Mum lately. I wish I knew more about her. How did you meet? What was she like? Winston told me that she was a brilliant artist. Are some of her paintings locked up in the West Wing? And I guess I just want to know, did she love me, Dad? Did she ever say that she did? Maybe I'm just being silly, but will you tell me more about her the next time I'm home from school?
I guess her mother died when she was really young.
Well, hello there, Sir Lancelot. Don't worry, I won't be boring your sword this time.
Is that really Lancelot?
The Grand Hall. Always loved playing in here as a kid. This will be one of the first things to fix.
Alright, let's go find that, After all she's seen, why is she still calling them myths? Well, that depends. I mean, some things can still be regarded as myths, other times it can be
Too
real.
dark. Going to need a flashlight.
Oh god, that's freaking Resident Evil. Hello.
Lara, I've reviewed the report from your therapist. I have to say I was surprised to see a clean bill of health.
Therapist?
I somehow doubt you've so easily abandoned your irrational claims. Indeed, where have you been the past few weeks? My secretary discovered that you booked a flight to Turkey on the 20th. You can't have been simply sightseeing, as your customs claims suggest. I know you're up to something, and I'll be damned if I let you use the Croft assets to indulge the same obsession that led to my sister's death. It's not too late to relinquish your claims on the manor voluntarily. If you refuse, I will find a way to cut you off. Sincerely, Atlas.
Oh, it's her uncle. Okay. The plot thickens. Let's go find ourselves a flashlight. Coat of arms. Does she have a butler? What was her butler's name in the movies? Hello.
The Phoenix figurine. I bet this appealed to Dad's idea of immortality, of rising from the ashes and being born anew.
Hello. Cigarette
This
box.
belongs to Anna. Most of her belongings are in the guest house. What was she doing in here?
You can kind of like hear that like a little bit of sourness, like this belongs to Anna.
Someone has a sense of humor.
Stop smoking, love Richard. Hello. Oh, great. Master key. Could have sworn you had a lockpick when you...
Lara, you know the West Wing is off limits.
I'm sorry, I just wanted to see...
We've been through this.
Was Mum's room in here?
Just stay out of there, darling.
Dad was
Not
always
good.
so protective of the West Wing.
Not gonna lie, that made me jump a little bit.
Locked. Need a key to open this.
It requires the master key. Alright. So what's down here?
What are you doing sitting there on the floor, Mistress Lara?
Looking at the compass, thinking.
What about, if I may inquire?
Just thinking about discovering faraway places, about finding adventure.
I'm sure you will, my lady. You've the soul of an explorer. But don't grow up too fast.
That made you jump. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to be screaming and panic barking my ass off in Resident Evil 7. Don't you worry.
The offer came in the post last week, and I still haven't told Richard. He flew ahead to Tibet, where I will meet him shortly. I never told him I was submitting my work. Never thought there was a chance of being accepted. Oh, but a gallery tour is not something I can pass up. The show will take me away from England for over a year. I'll begin in New York and travel across the United States and... oh, God! I'm giddy even writing these words. When Richard and I were married, I was prepared to relegate my painting to a hobby. But it was Richard who objected, who gave me my atelier and studio. Without that support, I might still be painting boring landscapes. Now I can't shake the foolish sensation that leaving would be a betrayal. He will laugh at that and insist I accept, even though I know it will break his heart to be apart. He never once asked me to sacrifice any part of my life for his. I have, of course, in 1,000 small ways over the years, but he would never ask. The discussion can wait, and I will join him in Tibet. I won't cast a shadow over his find. I will be by his side in his triumph, as I know he will stand by my side, in time.
When will I be playing RE7? Well, let's see. I think you left early when I mentioned that in the last stream. Because I'm going to be doing Resident Evil 5 co-op only on Saturdays, the Wednesday and Friday spot will be filled in with Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2. So once I finish Revelations 1 and 2, I'm going to go ahead and jump, regardless of what progress I made in Resident Evil 5 and 6, and go ahead and play Resident Evil 7 on Wednesdays and Fridays.
I'm not sure. I really need to brush up on my ancestors one of these days.
Time to look at the family tree. James Hillary was the butler. Nothing in here. What's this? What is that? Anything?
Another one of Dad's immortality artifacts. I think Roth bought this for him from a trader in Greece.
Ouroboros amulet? So Revelations... No, Revelations is going to be still Wednesday and Friday spot, but I'm just doing Revelations 1, and then when I complete that, Revelations 2, and then once I finish Revelations 2, it's going to be Resident Evil 7. It's going to be the same schedule, I'm just going to be playing Resident Evil 7 earlier.
From your expedition to Yamatai, I've grown increasingly alarmed at your erratic behavior. I can only assume you suffered some kind of psychological trauma and are only acting
here's a
out
reference
as
to the first game.
I want you to know that I hear you, loud and clear. Anna and I agree that it's time for you to be evaluated by a professional. I took the liberty of arranging an introduction to a highly qualified colleague of mine. You should be receiving the details in the post soon. I want to impress upon you the importance of this, Lara. As executor of the estate, it is my duty to see that it is left in capable hands. And if I may be blunt, you're acting like your father when he was at his worst. He nearly lost the manor himself in those days. I'd hate for you to repeat his mistakes. I encourage you to embrace the help I'm offering. Sincerely, your uncle.
Nice reference to the first game, because what she went through in Yamatai was pretty traumatic. She had her first kill, a lot of her friends have died, Roth died, of course.
Hey, Jonah. Sorry for not getting back to you sooner. I've decided to do some research at the manor. A lot has happened, and I need some time to think about what I want to do next. This old place is filled with memories and secrets. Uncle Atlas has tried to keep me out of here for so long, I don't even know if I want to keep it. But after everything that's happened, maybe I can find out what it still means to me. If it's worth fighting him for, I'll let you know how things worked out when I'm back in London.
She either sounds drunk, sleepy, or she had this whole message written out and she was just reading it from a card.
Got to remember to pack this for my next trip.
Oh yeah, definitely. Better than using up all of those freaking glow sticks.
Should be able to explore the dark now.
Oh, that's neat. It clips onto the jacket. Certainly a lot more stylish than that forehead light that Hayden Panettiere had in frickin', well, what's it called? God, what's the game I played last year? Until Dawn. There you go. Hello.
Amelia, the news has reached Mother. She knows that you broke off your engagement with the Earl of Farringdon. She is beside herself with worry. But, for the moment, she's controlling the narrative. As far as anyone knows, you're just having innocent second thoughts. But the moment your affair with Lord Croft goes public, it will be too late. Our name will be as ruined as this man you've chosen to bed. Don't you see that you're being selfish, Amelia? Please, consider your family. You're a de Mornay. Everything you do has a greater effect on us all. I'm coming down to London soon. Don't do anything rash until we have a chance to talk.
I think this is after, considering that into the way she kind of talked about Anna, but we'll just have to see. If we find any more of Anna's stuff, we'll just have to figure. Oh, we'll see what happens.
Falling apart.
Jeez.
Maybe I should just let my uncle have this place.
Yeah, real fixer-upper. Also, it should be noted, I jumped because I wasn't really expecting jump scares. Whereas in Resident Evil 7, if it's a horror game, you're going to be expecting that kind of stuff.
They say a good test of a relationship is how well you travel together. Well, I'd say Amelia and I have passed that test with flying colors. Indeed, these last few months in Egypt have been nothing short of extraordinary. She and Roth get on like old uni chums. In fact, the two have spent more than a few nights drinking and playing cards into the wee hours. Despite her decidedly proper upbringing, Amelia's taken to roughing it more than I ever have. She fits in and connects with the local populace with such amazing empathy. Because of her, I've had a bit of an unexpected breakthrough in my research. She managed to convince an artifact dealer in Old Town to sell me a magnificent and quite unusual Tibetan scroll. From what I can tell, it seems to contain details surrounding an immortality ritual of some sort. I think it's time for me to take the next step with Amelia. In fact, I don't think I can wait any longer. I will ask for her hand tomorrow in the bright Egyptian sun amidst the dust and ruins.
Blessed by the sun god Ra! Alright, Roth. Was he
I'm not surprised he asked her to marry him as soon as he got the idea.
I don't think Roth was related to the Croft family, was he? It was just a family friend. I think it was just a family friend, or a friend of Richard's. Sounds like it probably could have been Lara's godfather, considering.
Amelia, I know we have had our differences in recent years. I've tried my best to keep an open mind about your relationship with Richard, but I just can't let you go on this ill-conceived expedition without saying my piece. You say Richard's theories have merit. You say that he may have actually stumbled upon some mythic, unknown truth, but I have seen nothing to support such claims. And while your word may have been enough in times past, I cannot let you squander away what remains of your name and reputation, and that of our family, truth be told, on some damned foolish crusade. I intend to go to Richard's investors and let them know exactly how he's spending their money, but I want to give you a chance to put a stop to this yourself. Please, don't go to Tibet. If not for me, at least for Lara.
Okay, so he was going after the divine source at this point. Well, that's not creepy at all. Oh, this is a wine cellar. Hey, hold on. This is, Here we go.
This is the map I made for my first expedition with Dad. It shows a path to the library through the servants' passages.
Okay, so straight away until we go past the bird. Okay. What's with this music?
Still just as creepy as I remember.
My lord, I hope this missive finds you on a successful expedition and in good health. Before I bore you with estate affairs, I wanted to let you know that our little angel has been into some mischief. As always, I indulged her in our usual game of chess. Over the course of the game, she broached the subject of her mother. She's having trouble remembering her now, and wanted to enter her ladyship's atelier, which you sealed off, to play on her mother's piano. It enraged her when she wasn't allowed to go in, of course. For someone so young, she has such strong emotions. Later in the day, she set a trap for me in the walk-in freezer, of all places. Before I knew what was happening, I found myself locked inside. Mrs. Sheffield discovered me an hour later, shivering and somewhat peeved. It took us an additional hour to find Lara in the grounds. I know all her hiding places, of course, but this time she really did not want to be found. Call it years of observation, but I can tell when she's out of sorts. My lord, if I may be so bold, she misses you fiercely. She is lonely for her father. Please consider a call as soon as you are able.
Winston. Okay.
Poor Winston. I remember being so angry. He was always so patient with me.
King to Queen 1. I'm going to win this time, Winston.
Clever girl. But you should know by now, winning isn't everything. Queen to King's Bishop 6. Check.
Easy for you to say. You always win. Knight takes queen.
What I mean to say is try to enjoy the journey, Lara. Don't rush to victory. Bishop to King 7.
I know, Winston. I just want... Oh no! I didn't even see that!
You should also know by now, I'm not to be trifled with on this board, young lady. Mate.
Oh, I am going to win. Someday.
I would play chess with our old butler Winston on this board. Never could beat him.
Oh, those are some awesome pieces.
I always chose white. Maybe if I let him go first once in a while, I might have won.
What was that? What's with the creaking in this place? Oh, this is great. A crowbar. Need to go to the freaking garage too.
Everything is almost ready for Mistress Lara's birthday expedition surprise. It's been a bit of an all-hands-on-deck effort organizing the affair and keeping it secret. She's obsessed with Egypt, memorizing hieroglyphs and ancient Egyptian districts, so she'll be delighted with what Lord Croft has come up with. This will be good for her. She's been acting up of late, but I know she's just craving more of her father's attention. He's been so buried in his research. It'll be a nice moment for the two of them to reconnect. And I do believe he needs it as much as she does.
Okay, I gotta pull this out of the way. That's where the rats are coming from. Hello.
I'm at a crossroads now. Good Lord, that's such a cliche. But there's truth in it. Two roads before me. Both present joy and compromise. A life with Richard, adventure, intellectual pursuit, perhaps a new family. But also a man obsessed with something I cannot understand. Or a life of obligation, upholding the de Mornay name, embracing our traditions, not losing the family that raised me. Oh, this really is a rubbish choice. I don't want to lose them, but I love the life I've started to build with Richard. He comes with his own difficulties, but I can accept them. Will it be enough?
What she died from? I think she was sick, wasn't she? Okay, can't pull that any further. Thank you for that little Zelda-esque sound prompt. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Is that... Oh, okay, that's just dirt. I thought that was water.
Dad loved a good bottle of wine. I can still smell his favorite Bordeaux.
Croft decanter. For a second, I thought that was just like murky water, or it's just mud. Gross.
Dad, this is it! The basement of despair!
Indeed, Lara. Muster your courage, for this is the only path to the Library of Infinite Knowledge.
Look there! See the string?
An ancient Egyptian tripwire. The Keepers of Knowledge want none to disturb their treasures. We must tread carefully.
Let me lead. I know how to spot all the traps.
I'm sure you do, my darling. Lead on.
Is that Anubis? Who's the bird? Oh, great. Now this is... Oh, cripes. Is that knee-high water? Wow, this place has really gone to shit. Alright, well, we're supposed to go down there. What's in here?
This is the map I made for my first expedition with Dad.
What is that?
It shows a path to the library through the servants' pass.
Some cuts in there. Tomb?
My stuffed bear. I couldn't have a tomb without a mummy.
Aww. That's adorable. Alright, I'll go along the correct path this time. So it goes down here. Now there's a skull and crossbones around here somewhere. Oh, it's a snare. What is that?
One of the wire traps Winston made for my birthday expedition. Winston used my hair ribbons to make this. He and Dad put a lot of work into this birthday surprise. Water damage from the main hall above.
Right, hang on, where's that, It's not showing the, Oh, jeez. Yeah, this place has really gone to shit. Where's the thing? There we go. Hello, Anubis.
This bust of Anubis was from Dad's Egyptian collection. He must have put it down in the basement for our little expedition.
Is Horus down here too? Crowbar. The old lady from Uncharted 4 had a whole bunch more stuff. Hello.
Plans for adding electricity to the manor. Dad used to say his granny hated all the bright lights.
Something on the back?
There's a missing page.
In passageway?
Amelia left tonight. She packed her suitcase and walked right out of here, and I didn't even notice. Like those days in the Oxford Library before we even met. I just had my nose in a book, lost in my own world. I am such a fool. I have let my obsession with this damned ritual of long life rule my better judgment for far too long, and it may already be too late. How could I have not seen this coming? I've made this mistake over and over, always putting my research before my personal life. But it's never hurt like this before. I simply cannot live without her. If I have to give up this accursed quest that has plagued me for so long, then so be it. I am going after her, right now, tonight.
Aww.
Okay, Dad's ledger has to be in here somewhere. Hopefully it has the combination to the safe.
Let's see how lucky we can be with that.
I always accepted that Richard's rather unorthodox research was just something I had to live with. But this time, the thrill of discovery has taken hold of me. I never imagined I could be drawn in this way. Richard cabled to tell me he's found the monastery. The symbol we deciphered in the scroll was the key to its location. I don't know if I honestly believe that this will lead to the fabled elixir of life, but I can't help but feel that a great secret awaits us there. My brother was threatening to shut down the expedition, but I managed to talk him down for the time being. Now I am going to meet Richard. I would bring Lara if I could, but she's still too young. She'll be in good hands with Winston, and when we return, her parents might just be a bit more famous.
What we got here? Another,
I've created a clever little map for Lara's birthday expedition. I used the invisible ink Amelia picked up for me in Morocco so many years ago. At the time, I remember being so annoyed by that rather aggressive street vendor, but she just smiled in her sunny way and paid him without a second thought. I assumed it was just a tourist scam, but it actually works. Turns out it requires a very specific kind of vellum and a heat source to illuminate the ink after it's dried. It should prove a nice challenge for Lara to puzzle out.
heat. Sounds like the whole thing from National Treasure.
One of Winston's notes. He always hid sweets for me to find.
Lara Jaffa Cakes next to William Blake. See a world in a grain of sand.
I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyphs.
Now, let me see. These two myths are referencing the same source material. But where did I see this image?
Dad, I think it's this one, in the chapter on Egyptian districts.
Why, yes, I think you're right, Lara.
I remember the page with the illustration of Ra.
My goodness, you've been paying attention, haven't you? This could be an important breakthrough.
Does this mean I'm your research assistant?
That and more, my darling girl.
Takes me back. Those were good times. The best times. This was always one of my favorite books in this library. I used to trace hieroglyphs.
At least it's not the Book of Amun-Ra or the Book of the Dead. Still, it used heat to activate it.
I've reached the monastery. As Roth predicted, it was hidden deep in the Himalayas.
Also, Roth was with him.
I'm standing on these high stone walls. I am overwhelmed by the sheer beauty of the mountains that surround me. It is simply breathtaking. But what adds to their spiritual majesty is the truth of this place. The monks welcomed me, as is their way, but they seemed to expect me. They must have known someone like me would eventually come seeking answers. I know this is the place. They've conducted the ritual before. I have seen the evidence, the distinctive symbols carved into the floors, the art displayed on the inner chamber's walls. They've created the elixir before, and they will again if I can convince them. I sent Amelia a message straight away. I want her by my side for this discovery.
Dad was looking for an elixir. Was it the elixir of life?
Oh, look at that little dinosaur.
This is my handiwork. I used to love drawing pictures of tigers.
Spent so many hours in here, reading, dreaming of my own adventures.
For God's sake, memorize the combination, you fool. Lara's expedition treasure. My favorite painting by Amelia. The day of our wedding anniversary.
Okay. Expedition treasure, painting by Amelia, and the day of their wedding anniversary.
Okay, got to find those objects to figure out the combination to the safe. There's something else here. Dad's lighter. I don't remember him ever using it, though.
BC.
The Croft family crest and initials. BC. I wonder if this belonged to my grandfather.
Benjamin Croft? Maybe. What am I going to be lighting up?
Okay. Should be able to light the fireplace now.
Interesting. Alright, we got an entire second floor over there. Let's see what's over here. That's a ladder that goes up.
This music is familiar. It's beautiful.
It appears Sir Reginald's helmet fell off.
Or didn't I put it back properly?
Or is his said helmet? Wait, what? Oh, I can move it. That explains why. There's a gap in it.
Took quite a tumble off of this old thing when I was a girl. Still feel it in the shoulder from time to time.
Yeesh. Yeah, I know that feeling. Still feel a bit of a twinge in my legs when I run. Still prefer to bike. Is there a story of what? Where'd it go? Map?
Blank, except for the image of a key.
Invisible ink.
I remember this map now. It leads to the master key. We made it with a special kind of invisible ink.
fireplace.
Could only be seen with the heat of a fire.
Oh no, I injured my legs about 2 years ago.
I can see the map. Looks like the key is hidden under a trunk near the bookcase.
X marks the spot, as they say.
Huzzah!
The master key. This should get me into the West Wing.
Okay. What's up there?
Alright. This should open most rooms in the manor, including the Forbidden West Wing. This picture was taken in the library.
Was that her mother?
1820 additions to the main hall in progress.
1820 additions. What, they're renovating it? That must be part of the second page of the blueprints. That's probably why that was missing. They're probably doing alterations to it. Alright. There we go.
I think there might be more clues to find in the library.
Is there? Oh, there is something up there. Oh, what's in here? What's in the box?
The Pharaoh's crown from my birthday treasure hunt. How old was I again? 6? 8? I think this hieroglyph corresponds to a number, but which one?
2 birds. 2 birds. Here we go.
I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyphs.
5. Okay. So...
For God's sake, memorize the combination you've...
First number is 5. And the other one's painting. And a wedding anniversary gift. Or something with the anniversary. Wait, can I get out that door?
Okay, Dad's clues mention Mum's paintings and their anniversary. Hopefully I can find some answers in the West Wing.
let's go back down. Since this goes up to the first floor, it's on the second floor. Search the remaining relics in the altar in the master bedroom. That is a big ass bear head. That's a dead end. What's this? Uh-huh. Okay.
Mistress Lara, I took the liberty of preparing a tray, as dinner did not go according to plans. I've included, in addition to your meal, a few treats. I would appreciate it if you kept this between us, but I felt tonight called for something special. If you will forgive me the indulgence, your rapid exit from the dinner table had me concerned, and I wanted to impart something that I hope sets your mind at ease. I have known your father for quite some time. There is an intensity to his passion that can be frightening, but I recognize that same passion in you. You're more like him than you know. Never doubt that he loves you more than his research, more than his artifacts, more than anything in this world. Storms pass, and tomorrow will be clear and blue again. When you have finished, please leave the tray outside. Be well. Yours, Winston.
I noticed when she spelled 6, the S was marked as a 5? Where?
I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyphs.
Just talking about her crown.
The pharaoh's crown from my birthday treasure hunt. How old was I again? 6? 8?
She was 5, because that's the hieroglyph. It's the 2 birds.
I remember this
5.
now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol.
Okay.
The pharaoh's crown from my birthday treasure hunt. How old was I again? 6? 8?
What do you mean, look at 6, it's spelled 5IX? Are you talking about the actual, like, the text of what she said? It's an S, it's not a 5. Just an uppercase S. Looks like a 5. I'm pretty sure it's a,
The Pharaoh's crown from my birthday treasure hunt. How old was I again? 6? 8?
That's an uppercase S. I don't know what you're...
The Croft family crest.
Was this a brooch or just a shield? Alright, what else was, okay, not there just yet. Where's the bedroom? Had to zoom in to see it better. Where's the master bedroom? Oh, okay, here. Oh, it's all in the west wing. Alright. Good lord. Alright, what do we got here? We'll go straight. It looks like it's the master bedroom. I know, right? There better not be any clickers around here. Hello.
With Amelia gone, the manor is a different place. A dimness pervades, a quiet I can't stand. Even though Lara is too young to understand what has happened, she also senses the change. She's asked after her mother only once, and I'm afraid my reaction must have terrified her. I will need Winston more than ever these next few months to help look after her. I never quite realized how much grief can consume a man, but I am utterly consumed. I know I can't escape the pain, but I will try my damnedest to avoid it. I will seal the West Wing for as long as I live in this place. It will remain exactly as Amelia left it. Perhaps someday Lara can find her own answers there.
The creepy music is not helping.
Amelia would not have approved. That alone should have been the end of it. But I am, as God made me, a stubborn fool. I locked all the West Wing's doors, and I shall not open them again until either my life or my obstinacy comes to an end. The night before, Roth told me I would someday change my mind. Like a broken arm cast in plaster, he said. The wound would heal, and we would someday shed the bandages to be whole again. The metaphor made me furious. The clumsy way he cast our loss off as nothing more than an inconvenience. There is wisdom in his rough words, but I've done what I must. Perhaps one day, Lara will throw back the doors to let the sun shine in again. Maybe she will find her own sense of peace in this place.
Not so sure about that. It's raining and a tree fell through the hallway.
At least that old thing still works.
I am bursting with pride. Amelia is with child. It is amazing how everything in life can change with such a simple event. Obviously, we don't know the gender, but already we've discussed possible names. Perhaps Benjamin, after my grandfather? Or maybe Griffin. He was more infamous at Croft than even me. No, Amelia wouldn't have it. Besides, she's certain it's a girl. She favors a classic such as Scarlet or Kate, though I've made some headway with Lara. A subtle nod to the sun god Ra, and our days in Egypt, where certainly this child was conceived. I find myself thinking about this new life we've created, of how much she might be like us. For all my research into myths of immortality, I may have ignored the most obvious answer to the questions that plague me. We live on through our progeny, our genes, DNA, experiences, passed through the generations. Perhaps this is the simple truth of eternal life, and I've just been too stubborn to accept it.
Dad may have discovered the secret to immortality without even knowing it.
A ring.
Mum's wedding ring. I always wondered what happened to it. The inscription is faded.
Something yours? That's all I can see.
I believe it took this trip to push me over the edge. I've been able to see Richard in his element, seeing him at his best and his worst. I've experienced the purity and chaos of his passion, and I came to realize I want his passion in my life every day. So it's done. Richard wanted to wait another 4 days until my birthday, but I wouldn't have it. Once I make a decision, I prefer to get on with it. So we found a small chapel in Luxor that was just right. And with Roth and the others at our side, we married as the sun set over this remarkable land. Mother will never forgive me. Atlas will forever resent me. But I don't care anymore. I'm free of de Mornay obligations. Free to pursue my own passions and live my life surrounded by those who will encourage and challenge me. I'm excited for the future, whatever it may bring. Tomorrow, Richard and I return home to London as the Crofts, forging our path together.
4 days before her birthday. Okay. Now, what is her birthday?
Mum, on her wedding day, she looks so beautiful.
October.
There's a date. October something. Damn, the number is faded. Their anniversary was in October. But which day? I can't believe I don't know this. There's got to be another clue somewhere. I remember this. Dad gave it to Mum on her birthday.
October 13th.
October 13th, Mum's birthday. Pretty sure my parents were married in October.
Okay, so October 9th?
It was close to her birthday.
October 9th?
My mother's perfume. The smell. So familiar. I can almost remember her.
After everything Atlas...
I think this was Dad's pocket watch. Looks like it stopped precisely at midnight.
Done. How could you tell him about the expedition?
It's just all been too much. I needed to talk to someone. He's still my brother.
I don't trust him.
You don't have to, Richard, but please, trust me.
I'm sorry, my dear, but I know him. He'll take it to the papers. The investors will pull out.
Then go. Without me. Tonight. I will take care of Atlas. And then meet you in Tibet next week.
I was so young, but I still remember that terrible argument. It wasn't always an easy road for my parents. This is Dad. I suppose it's a family tradition, but I can't imagine having one of these made of me.
Oh, we're probably gonna find one of her. Is that a readable letter? Okay, so I think it's like 4 days before.
I believe it took this trip to push me
4 days
over
till
the
her
edge.
birthday, so it was like October 13th. Would have had to be October 9th, I think.
Okay, Laura, keep it together. I'm starting to see things.
Don't know if I made a sound, but I definitely jumped. God damn it.
My lord, we all hope your work was well received at the conference and look forward to your return. As is so often the case with these missives, I wanted to call your attention to an incident involving our little angel. It seems that Lara has been the subject of some ridicule amongst the other girls at school. From what I can gather, some of the other young ladies were teasing her for being too much of a tomboy. You know how Lara can get when pushed into a corner. Let's just say they won't be bothering her again. But I do think their words have had an effect. I believe Lara has been missing her mother lately. She's begun to worry that she isn't like the other girls. And having grown up with only a father, it shouldn't come as a surprise that she has trouble relating to them. I wonder if this new friend of yours, Anna, is it? Perhaps she might prove a welcome influence. It might be worth bringing her to the manor to meet Lara. In any case, I'll let you decide the proper time to do that. Please travel home safely. Yours, Winston.
Mum's atelier. Dad sealed it soon after she died. He probably couldn't bear the idea of removing any of her belongings. Untouched for years, exactly as she left it.
I stood up to my family's criticism, stood in defense of Richard and our love. But as my new life began in Croft Manor, doubt set in. How could love flourish in these cavernous halls and endless passageways? Had I made a terrible mistake? I have never been more delighted to be wrong. Richard welcomed me to the manor, my new home, with a game. It was a clue, written in jumbled words from 5 different languages, but it pointed the way forward. The next clue was a seemingly blank piece of parchment in the kitchen, where the heat of a candle revealed a message written in lemon juice.
Lemons!
I followed each step, grinning like a child
Dang it,
as I
good
solved
Shadow
his
had to
riddles
leave.
and chased the trail to its end. A white cloth stretched out on the lawn where a picnic was laid out. We laughed and ate, and my doubt vanished with the last of the morning mist. Love can and will endure.
I don't have any memory of this. I wish I could remember doing this. Mum died too young.
Oh, she was pretty.
Mum with me as a baby. I've never seen this. Hard to believe I was ever that small.
Interesting work.
Mum's paintings. Which one was Dad's favorite?
I returned home this afternoon to collect the last of my paintings. I suppose I should say I returned to my family's home. Atlas was there, in one of his foul moods, and even as he dripped venom for Richard with his cruel barbs, I could only laugh. To think that I once listened to my bitter brother in matters of my own happiness. My dismissal only served to infuriate him more. I left him there in Father's study, muttering to himself. On the drive back, as Winston took a longer route through the country, I looked through my paintings, Richard's favourite one among them, a simple abstract with blocks of red. I smiled, thinking about giving it to him. I was happy, and I was going home.
Blocks of red.
Okay, back to the study to open that safe.
You've almost got it, darling. Here, let me show you. Like this, see? Well done, Lara. Well done.
I wonder how my life would have been different had she lived.
Blocks of red. I don't know what the significance of that would be, but... Is there anything else around here that would be a code? Hopefully I didn't miss anything. Nope. Wait, hold on. 2 more documents and a lot more relics. Holy crap.
I'm glad I still have so much of Mum's work.
I still haven't found the crowbar. Where would the crowbar be?
Dad, what do you keep in there?
Nothing too important, Lara. Estate business and such.
If it's not important, then why bother putting it in a safe?
I should know better than to try and pull one over on you. There is something important in here. And it's for you, should you need it someday.
Well,
Wait a
let's
minute.
hope you came through for me, Dad.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why didn't I notice it sooner? Wait, how many blocks of red were in there? That's what I get for not paying attention, for just like completely letting it go over my head. Blocks of red. Blocks of red. That's what I thought it was 4. Okay. So it goes... Where is it?
For God's sake, memorize the combination, you fool. Lara's expedition treasure. My favorite painting by Amelia. The day of our wedding anniversary.
5, 4, 1, 0, 9.
Okay, found all the clues. Let's see if I can figure this out. No, that's not it.
Oh, 5, 4, 9.
That will have
A
It
handprint.
makes me happy to know that Dad kept this safe. No, that's not what I'm looking for.
I am numb. It is taking all my willpower to hold back the overwhelming grief. Amelia's plane crashed in the mountains. She died alone in the snow, waiting for me to find her. Oh God, not her, not now. I cannot accept it. Life without her is too painful to imagine. I know what must be done. And I am resolved. I'm going to bring her back. Perhaps this is why I am here. Perhaps this is fate. A test of my faith in the truth I've sought for so long. Roth will fight me on this, but I can't face Lara. I can't look into her eyes unless I try. I must try to bring Amelia back. The monks are preparing the elixir now, and then we will see if all my years of hunting this truth was for naught.
Okay, so she was on her way to Tibet to meet up with Richard, and her plane crashed in the mountains?
Dad, what did you do?
I don't think there's anything behind it.
It makes me happy to know that Dad kept this safe.
Yeah, there's nothing on the back of it.
Dad's sequel to his first book on immortality. He never got a chance to publish it. Handwritten. This is the only copy. Damn, this isn't it either. I was certain there had to be a will in here. Wait, what's that?
Blueprints?
A blank page.
Nope, that is invisible ink.
Dad must have left this for me. It has to be important.
Back to the library.
A hidden message.
What is this? Oh, this is the wine cellar.
What are these strange marks? They have to be some kind of clue.
The hieroglyphs. Okay.
A hidden message.
Okay, so it's in the wine cellar. And then let's see, what's that squiggly face?
I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number.
Hieroglyph
I always preferred
1.
these. A hidden message.
Hieroglyph? No, hieroglyph. What is that? 1. Nope. Back out.
I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number
4,
hieroglyphs.
and I think 2.
A hidden message.
Yeah, 1, 4, 2. In the wine cellar. We gotta go back down. See, there. That side or the other side?
A hidden message.
Okay. Here we go. One, 4, 2. This is interesting.
Damn, locked in. Did Dad build all of this just to keep his research safe?
Whoa.
The renovations are proceeding in secret. The work crew Roth hired for the job have been paid handsomely to keep the details of the job out of the records, so I'm fairly confident no word will get out about what I'm doing. I've been careless with presenting my findings, attracting all the wrong sorts of attention. Roth thinks I'm being paranoid by building this secret vault, but I know I'm being watched. My work is too important, and potentially too dangerous. It can't fall into the wrong hands. I need a secure place to keep it all safe.
Keep one. Apparently, he did something to the house, obviously. Question is, what is it? Is he hiding? Oh, here we go.
The missing page from the renovation plans. They didn't want anyone outside the family knowing about this crypt.
Crypt? Why would there be a crypt? He made a new place. That's where her mother is. I'm calling it right now. That's where her mother is.
Dad's Tibetan scroll. I remember he used to pore over this late into the night.
A jade dragon? Hello.
It's over. I have done all that I could, and my Amelia is still cold and dead. Roth first scowled at my designs. Then he pleaded with me not to go through with the ritual. Not because he feared it might work, but because he feared what I might do when it failed. And it has failed. There is no doubt in that. I prepared everything according to my research. When I dropped the stone into the elixir and held it to her lips, I thought for the barest moment that it had worked. The hour was midnight and my pocket watch stopped inexplicably. There was a charge in the air like the moment before a lightning strike. For a heartbeat, I imagined that my life was being drawn from me as one empties a glass in order to be poured back into Amelia. I would have welcomed death if the last thing I saw were her eyes, clear and alive again. But the moment passed. Amelia is still dead, and I was no Orpheus. We will return to the manor and lay her to rest. I owe her that much.
Yeah, she's buried somewhere in the mansion.
You brought her home. She's here, somewhere. This was part of a set of statues Dad found in China. He thought it was linked to the Temple of Xian. Perhaps I should look into it someday.
I have a jade dragon just like this. Well, not exactly like this, but I have a jade dragon.
Richard, I tried to see you in person last week, but your manservant hustled me away like some common tout peddling silverware. He told me you are heartbroken and you're not yet ready to see visitors. He told me you blame yourself for your loss. Well, to that, I say, you had damn well better. I hope it hurts. I hope every moment of your life from this day forward is a ringing echo of loss. I hope you live just long enough to feel that pain grow when you hoped it would diminish, because you earned it. You stole Amelia from us. You ruined her reputation and poisoned her mind with a fantasy for children. In the end, you might as well have choked the life from her with your own hands. Do not contact me again, ever. But you must make arrangements for the future of your daughter. Have you considered perhaps it would be better if you followed Amelia sooner rather than later? As Lara's legal guardian, perhaps I could erase some of the damage you've already done to the poor girl. If not, I will do everything in my power to see to it that the Croft name is forgotten. Lara deserves better than you. So did Amelia. And so do we all. Atlas.
Time to prove you wrong. Hello.
Dad's collected knowledge. There must be so many secrets hidden in here.
Oh, he has his own codex? The binding's a lot like the one with the one for Ra. The hieroglyphs. Whoa.
Amazing. Even in here, Dad went out of his way to hide his findings.
God, it's just one jump scare after the other. Jesus Christ. I can only imagine what Lara's nightmare is going to be like.
Able to use this to access other parts of the manor.
There we go. What's this?
There's an inscription. This is the Croft universe. Our knowledge is to the east. Our respite to the west. Our future is to the south. Our past is to the north.
Respite is to the west. Future is to the south. Past is to the north. This goes into the floor.
Our past to the north. Could there be something else beneath the manor?
Is there anything else around here? What's that?
My love. It is silent. So peacefully silent now. Even after the madness and chaos of the crash, I can't help but still wonder at the beauty of these mountains. I understand the magic that drew you here. Please know that I feel no pain in this moment. Only immense sadness. Sadness that I couldn't see your smiling face once more. That I'll never meet the wonderful woman that our daughter will become. There is so much to say, but I'm tired. The sun is setting. The cold of night will overwhelm me. I know I will fall asleep soon, and likely never again awaken in this world. I'm scared. Richard, what lies beyond? You know I've always struggled with faith, so I'm holding on to yours for now. I'm holding on as best I can, my love. Become the father Lara deserves. Know that I will live on in her.
Oh, that's depressing.
Mum faced death alone. She was so brave.
Alright, what's in here? Oh, okay. Another letter?
Hi, Dad. So I know I only just returned to school, but when can I come out to the dig site again? It's just so boring here. We're doing all the stuff I already read last summer. I always end up staring out the window and thinking about our expeditions, and then I'm yelled at for daydreaming. I promise I'll be good and not disturb you and just work wherever you tell me. I just miss it, Dad. And I miss you.
Aww. Baby Lady Croft. Nice camera angle. Alright, where's those other, No, gotta go back to the wine cellar. Nope, not there. Here we go. Nothing. Hello.
Lord Croft is resolved to seal the west wing of the manor. I try to talk sense into him, but he will not be swayed. And to make matters worse, I believe his experiences in Tibet have only further fueled the fire of his obsession. He's now up at all hours in his study, researching God knows what. And poor Lara, she is so confused. Too young to understand the tragedy that has befallen this great house. My dearest hope is that Lord Croft will emerge from his grief and embrace fatherhood and the love of his daughter. But I fear he may give in to his obsessive nature, that which Lady Amelia tempered in him so well. In any case, I will be a rock for young Lara. She will never sense tragedy and sorrow in me, only the love and support she deserves.
Oh, is Winston still alive? I think that's everything you'll be able to find around here that needs to be pried open. I don't remember if there was anything else. At least I don't think there was. Oh, not here. Exploding mummies. You know, I guess you'd probably say I still have PTSD from that. That was so traumatic. Alright.
Our knowledge is to the east, our respite to the west. Our future is to the south, our past is to the north.
Hello. Check the whiteboard. Yeah, there wasn't anything kind of like any prompt for it. Whoa.
Incredible. This crypt was here all along.
I expected a sort of crushing finality to grip me when we returned to the manor to lay Amelia to rest. Indeed, Once the last of my funereal duties were performed, I fully believed that I would crumple to the ground next to her and expire, not from grief, but succumbing to the terrible exhaustion of the last few weeks. Instead, as the mausoleum stones slid into place, I felt a sort of peace and energy, one that I confess caught me entirely off guard. This was not the terminus of our story, and I was a fool to think so. Her body may be gone, but her spirit still resides here, in the manor, in me, in Lara. Her soul is forever twined with mine, and death is just a momentary interruption. I walked out of that cold quiet into a sunlight that burned my eyes, and I have never been more sure. Death is not the end, and there is work yet to do.
Hopefully Trinity doesn't get in the way of all that. There's nothing here.
My God, can it be? Dad, you did bring her home.
My dearest Lara, it is difficult to write this, knowing these may only ever be words on a page to you. I wonder if you will remember my voice. Will you remember the way we used to play and laugh? Will you remember me comforting you when you were sad? Know that I'm still with you, Lara. My energy, my love, it's within you. It always will be. Use that energy to pursue your passions in life. Never let others determine your journey. You become who you are through your choices, through the love you give and the promises you keep. I hope you are happy, that you are loved and successful in whatever it is you choose to do. I am proud of you, my darling. Remember me, with all my love, your mother.
Nice.
What's this?
Lara, I have received the notarized affidavit confirming Amelia's grave and the discovery of the burial crypt within the manor premises. While I can't fathom why your father would hide your mother's fate from her own family, I cannot deny that any legal claims I may have had on the estate are now null and void. Croft Manor and the remainder of your father's assets are now yours in perpetuity to do with as you wish. If there comes a time when you require assistance in managing the estate, I hope you will consider contacting me to retain my services. Sincerely, your uncle.
I've been so focused on defying my uncle, of fighting to keep his hands off this manor, that I never realized how much this place actually means to me. But since I've been here, I can feel the presence of my mother and father. I sense the entire history of my family and the deep roots we have in this place. I want to honor my parents. I want to honor all of my ancestors. The Croft family may be all but destroyed, but I will make our name and our home great again.
Anything else to do around here? There's a couple more relics. 93. 5 more relics. And 1 more document. Actually, where would those be? Located in Croft Manor. some help that is. Again, located in Croft Manor. Look, this is all gonna be hit like. Alright, well. I don't think there's any more to do around here aside from explore. But I guess I'll probably just do that on my own. But as for the rest of this game, hang on. Can I go out this door? Nope. Oh, what happens if I go back to the office? Why, hello there.
I can still remember the last time I fired these.
Oh, Rott's pistols. Remington 1911s.
The broken sword I brought back from Yamatai.
Huh. That's the Atlas from,
The Atlas. Such an amazing piece of craftsmanship. Sophia insisted I take it home with me.
What more is there? Can I access the laptop? No? I don't even know where to look for all the other stuff. Probably would be down in the crypt, maybe, I don't know. But at least it stopped raining. Nope. Yeah, she can't sprint through here. No. Nope. Alright, let's go check out the crypt one more time before we call it a night. But, yeah, I really enjoyed this game. If anybody who hasn't played this, I totally recommend it. Because it's just... I guess you probably don't really have to play the first game, the 2013 game, but it does help with some understanding, because it makes references to it, obviously, like Yamatai, of Roth, Sam, of course Jonah, and all of that. But yeah, if this is a great game, and I totally recommend it to anyone who hasn't played it to give it a try. Let's see if there's anything around here. I don't see anything else. Damn, I was hoping to be able to get 100% for the stream. Show me something! There's even a map location of this. Alright, what about, oh, that's just grand. But, yeah, that is it for Rise of the Tomb Raider. And I'm not sure when I'm going to be playing next Tuesday. I think I'm probably going to go ahead and start, actually, I keep telling myself I would do this, but I haven't started, I haven't even started doing a poll for what I should do for the next game series. But I'm going to go ahead and put up a list of what games that I can do for upcoming streams. But I'll try and get a poll for that later, hopefully later this week. But in matters of what'll be streamed next week, I'm not entirely sure, because we still have Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess on Mondays, and then we've got Star Trek Judgment Rights on Thursdays. Actually, I just got notification that Resident Evil Revelations 1 is on the way. They didn't send me Resident Evil 5, but once I send this back, I'm sure to get Resident Evil 5. So those two will definitely be on the way. But yeah, let's see. I don't think I'm missing anything. Let's see. Yeah, I'll go ahead and put up a poll, probably set for tomorrow, because let's see, it was Thursday, so we've got Star Trek Judgment Rights for tomorrow's stream. So I'll keep an eye out for that. But I'm not sure what I'm going to be playing on Friday. If I can't think of anything, or if Resident Evil Revelations hasn't come by then, I'm probably just going to go ahead and take the night off and just pick it up again on Monday, and we'll just do Revelations next week. But yeah, that'll be it for tonight. Assuming I can't find any other stuff around this godforsaken place. 8. Why is the number 8 there? But yeah, thank you for joining me on this ride of Rise of the Tomb Raider. I can't wait if they're going to make a third one. I think if they were going to make another game, it'd probably coincide with the release of the movie. I mean, you think it'd be like the natural thing to do. But yeah, again, thank you for joining me. If you have not had a chance to play this, or even the reboot, the 2013 game, which I did play last year, you haven't had a chance to play that, I totally recommend it. These are great games, great adventure. If you liked Uncharted, you'll like this, definitely. But hello. Oh, okay, it's just the pad. I have no clue on where to look. I am completely completely blank. Well, on that bombshell, we're just gonna go ahead. That stupid frickin' stool almost gave me a heart attack. Son of a bitch. Anyways, before I was rudely interrupted by a friggin' jump scare, if you would call it as such. But yeah, we'll call it a night on that bombshell. Questions, comments, complaints that you would like me to know about, or any suggestions that you might have for me for future Let's Plays, Let's Tries, or Johnny Versus, or WTF Gaming, head on over to Bravo site's contact and interact page and shoot them out for me over there. Also check out Batquin, Diz, and the rest of Team Hype for more entertaining streams, and I will see you tomorrow for Star Trek Judgment Rights. Thank you for watching, thank you for joining me tonight, I hope you had a great time, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining me, take care, love and hype, life is good. Good night, everyone.